Hello, everyone. Welcome
Passes
back.
out.
You'll notice that we have a little bit of a weird camera setup, but that's okay. I'm running it on my laptop, which is inferior. Um, so welcome back to the stream. We are here. We're going to continue our wonderful Curse of the Azure Bonds campaign. Um, and before we begin, we're going to go around and just tell ourselves, or tell you guys a little bit about our characters.
Ourselves,
Yeah, we're
literally.
going to
It's
tell
a
ourselves what
therapy
we're
group.
playing.
You know, we're all dealing with things.
Like we're aware of how many viewers we have, so we really are telling ourselves. But yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
Give it
pretty
time.
much.
Give it
Hey,
time.
talking to yourself is the best audience.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll go
Stream,
first
stream like
because
no one's watching
yeah,
because they're not.
exactly. Yeah, I guess I'll talk first because I'm here. I'm Losdrada Stonecrag. I am a cleric, hill dwarf, and I love healing people. I love being underground, but most of all, I love falling on the ground very loudly and sounding like a trash can. Those are my hobbies. So if you see me on a broom, be prepared. You're gonna see me fall very soon. Ooh, that kind of rhymed actually. All right,
Yeah,
so I'm
that
gonna.
was yeah,
Not that
that was
mic.
that was a great highlight from last week.
It was. It was beautiful. All right, so I'm actually gonna pass that over to Jessica.
Hi. Sorry, I'm really sleepy. Um, my character is Volna, Wood Elf, Rogue Fighter, very special ops, very quiet, very elf judging you.
Very elf judging.
Yeah. I'm gonna pass it on to somebody else, whoever wants to go next.
Derek.
I play Colt. I am a halfling monk. I am on the road to rehabilitation from my criminal past. That's sort of, yeah. Actually, no. I'm actually playing loose and fast with those rules. I do like to hit things, and I like to hit things and then think about it. So that's about that's who I am. So why don't we get to know Wim?
Hi, I'm Lauren. I play Wim.
Hello.
Hi, I am a tiefling, wild magic sorcerer, a former alchemist. With she's missing her right horn. She is on a path to kind of figure out how she got these powers, why she lost her horn, and then she has a list of people that she needs to go after, and she's quite set on going after them. And that is it for that one. Yes. And on to Razi.
So I play Lyra. I am a human warlock with a pixie familiar, and we like to get into a lot of trouble. And we have slightly sticky fingers, whether or not we actually want something. Past as of yet undisclosed. So yeah.
Writer of the Magic Broom.
Yes, I did a good job.
You're welcome. Hi.
Yep.
You can fly. You can fly. You can fly.
So yeah,
That might be copyrighted. I'm sorry. I don't mean to do that.
all of the shenanigans that were referenced were from last week's session,
Yes.
where they were trying to escape from the undercroft of the Morn family, and
Quietly.
quietly trying to escape.
Really?
And just get out over the city wall and back out into the
No problem. No problem.
Yeah, how'd we
but
end up doing that very well?
well,
It was like a crit fail, and
well, it started with the thunderclap from inside the tomb that alerted the local Zent militia. And as they were mustering to investigate, Losdrada fell off a broom and made a loud clang as his 120, 150 pounds of dwarven armor hits cobblestones.
and then we all started laughing out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Which made me feel really great.
And that was when a Bane Knight took the stage and started advancing on you.
Oh, that's right, him.
Yeah.
And
That was a kind of a close fight there, where you took him down and finally fled over the wall. Where we last seen you guys were headed up into the hills to return the gem that you had recovered from the undercrypt to Eagle's Eyrie, the Temple of Dumathoin in the mountains. Nick, are you muted if you're trying to say something?
No, I just realized if I move the mic up, it auto mutes for me. That's so cool.
Yes, it does.
Why did I
Uh-huh.
get my sister this and not myself one? Dang.
I don't know.
Yep, one more bad life choice. Um,
Aw.
Eagle Sky.
Fuck.
I hate
shots
you.
fired. Shots fired.
Wow. I'm gonna go cry.
You feel judged? Like, Christ.
I feel like my dad just scolded me for something I didn't do.
We wanted more from you.
So that's where we're going to pick up is as you guys are running off in the darkness away from Dagger Falls.
Yeah.
The militia is up in arms and is probably going to be pursuing or investigating shortly.
Sounds like a
And
threat.
Losdrada, you have that clear gem in your hand,
I do.
and you inspected it earlier and found that when you held it up to the light, in a very specific way, you would see the Dwarven rune for truth inside the gem.
Yes, and I don't know. Like from that, I didn't really. I tried to
You didn't
think
have,
on it.
yeah, you didn't have much time to ponder it after that.
No, but I figured, like, guys, we should probably keep moving to get to um, the old temple to return it back to where it should be. Because something might be there that'll better help us understand what this rune means or stands for.
Which direction?
I don't know.
Didn't the guy
Actually,
tell you?
kind
He
of.
said he came to a dream.
Do I remember? Probably not.
Yeah, you
No?
do know the kind of the general area for the temple.
Yeah, it's just kind of hidden, and it might take
Mhm.
a little bit of
Sec-
searching.
second star to the right and straight on till morning?
Yeah,
Kind of thing?
pretty much.
I
Okay.
believe you had told Randall Moore that you're going to rendezvous with him at the campsite where you talked with him the night before.
Did we want to do? Wait. Oh, that's right. We have to see him first and then go there.
You got a guy.
Do we have to? I don't want to talk to him. He's gonna lie to us again and say, "Hey,
You don't
it's
have
not
to.
really me."
If you want to go straight to the temple, you can probably find it.
Yeah, I'd say let's do temple first because that makes more sense. I don't really feel
Yeah,
comfortable taking a detour with this.
Eagle's area was described to you as a specific mountain peak, and you can almost certainly locate that.
Cool. So I guess I'm gonna lead the way to you guys to the temple.
Okay.
Carry on.
My wayward
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you,
So
whatever it is,
throughout the night,
supernatural.
you hear the barking of hounds a couple of times, but moving quickly, you can stay ahead of that. They're out there. You can definitely hear them, but they're never more than a faint echo as they chase you down. Um, how late into the night are you going to be moving?
I would probably use thaumaturgy to distract them and do something away from us that would distract the dogs to go somewhere else. Like a sound just to spark them away
Okay.
from us.
Well, in the movies, you just have to go through water.
Let's camp in the water.
In the movies, you
I
just
don't
have
got a
to
boat.
pick
The
the
boat's right
slowest
there. The
member of
boat.
our party and leave them behind.
In the
Rude.
movies, you steal a pepper shaker from a restaurant and toss it behind you.
I think I might have took Pepper at some point actually.
Go to a restaurant, steal their cups.
Just for giggles. If I do, I'll just giggles behind me.
Uh, So yeah, at some point in the night, it's gonna get dark. It's a moonless night.
Most unfortunate. Oh
and
my
it's-
god, you're being haunted.
No, that's my
I have to
sister.
tell you,
She just brought me
everything-
orange chicken, I think.
Aw.
Yay!
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Rachel. What the fuck
Can
is
you
that?
hear that?
Shit.
What is that
So
banging?
apparently
Yeah.
Is that
That
a
would
ghost?
be the neighbor on the other side of the wall.
Oh,
Nailing a
okay.
thing, apparently.
It's a telltale heart. I will think it's my heart thumping because I'm afraid of what's going
What
on.
the fuck is
Yeah.
happening?
Oh, they're coming up the
I'm
dogs.
so
Noise.
confused.
Yeah.
Kevin, what you should do is
Stop
just moan
charging
really
everywhere.
loudly from your side of the wall.
I don't want to get into that arms race of weird sounds.
I will. I will
Just
definitely do that
no,
for you.
I know
no,
you
Kevin, just knock back.
Not free,
Just
So
like a friendly hi.
on this moonless night, as you're trying to climb this mountain, you've got at least 5 or 6 hours until dawn.
I
And
can't
not
fucking see anything, guys.
yeah, not all of you can see in the dark.
Sucks to suck.
Actually, do I? No.
You're human,
Sit
correct?
by me. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
I get you 60 feet. We're good.
I mean,
Nick,
yeah,
you muted.
whatever.
We're all in this together, so
I have
let's-
dark vision,
those
so
of us
we're
who can
good.
see, let's help.
I'll just climb on Lestrada's back and he can carry me Yoda style the rest of the way.
I mean, fair enough.
Go
I
on!
Yeah.
Who runs Bartertown?
Yeah.
Always a Master Blaster reference. I love it. I can't put anyone else on my shoulders. I'm not that strong. Sorry, guys.
So
Okay.
you reach one of those a point to stop and take a quick break. Lestrada, this is the first chance you've actually had to inspect the gem. You can feel it when you hold it in your hand. Feel that it's got that tingle of arcane magic to it.
Okay, so let me just see. So can I do an Arcana check on it?
Yes, you can.
Okay, because I want to see if I can kind of determine if this magic, like what kind of magic this is or whatnot. That's gonna be a 10.
It's the power of love.
Every time I've tried doing a roll on this stupid gem, I've gotten a low roll on it. It's just like I'm failing, and it's
You
always
just
stuff
know
I'm
what
proficient in.
happened. It's fine.
It's yeah. The gem's carrying a full-on enchantment. And unless you cast detect magic, you probably won't be able to determine the school of magic. But it is not just a decorative gem like the woman who's Belagara had claimed it to be. It has magic to it.
This is magical, but I can't seem to figure out what kind of magic or what this magic is used for, unfortunately. Nor do I have the means of doing that.
Yeah, you
Can
do.
I try to
Do
look
I?
at it?
Yeah.
Wait.
Detect magic.
I do have detect magic. Hi, how are ya? Oh god, I am without spells though. Okay.
Yeah, I noticed that. Well, detect magic is a ritual.
Oh.
Yeah, he cast it for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will do that. You guys talk among yourself. I'm gonna try and figure this out. I keep forgetting that's a ritual.
Yeah. So Lazrada sits down, starts doing his detect magic ritual. Is anyone else? I'm using this time for
Sleep.
some cat nap. All right.
Y'all have fun.
I
Let me
will.
ask everybody how they came about their circumstances. So how'd you get this? You were in my hometown, so hey, thing
Are you asking?
happened.
Wait, are you asking us how we got the tattoos? Because we don't even know
Well,
that.
no, what were you doing beforehand? That's really what I was asking. Because
Okay.
I was on my way to figure out my life, which is still in disarray.
Wait, are we in a forest?
Pine forest on your way up.
Alright, I'm gonna climb in a tree and sit on a branch, man. Keep lookout. Somebody
so-
gotta do the smart thing.
I will work on you.
Give me an athletics check. Or actually, just skip the athletics check. Go straight to a perception check.
That doesn't have a d20 in it. That's awkward.
Oh no.
Oh no.
You said perception?
Yeah.
23.
From up in that tree, you get a pretty good look down into the valley where Dagger falls. And you can see a lot of lights on, extra torches and on in the town. And you can even see a couple of spots out in the forest down near the bottom of the valley where there are searches going on with torches or other magical light. But your back trail is, as far as you can tell, clear.
Okay.
Also, as you look up the mountain, you can see a pair of ledges that are up on a cliff. And it's difficult to see what's up there from here, but they don't appear to be entirely natural ledges. And that may be the location of the temple.
Cool.
Well, so I'm getting nervous. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna climb up into the closest tree I can find, where then I can try to hook my legs between a branch, and then just hang backwards and just do like sit-ups suspended from the tree, just to relax.
Okay.
You know.
Inverted meditation sit-up. Sure.
So
Oh, yeah.
cool.
Okay.
That's cool. That's cool.
Just keep myself busy.
Yep. Lestrada, as your ritual finishes, you get a deeper look into that enchantment. It is strong divination magic.
Ooh, and that means that it's divination.
Uh,
Basically, I'm assuming has to do with making it like holier than thou or something like that.
Divination has to deal with any type of magic which is detection, information gathering.
Oh, hence for like I'm assuming truth. That's why it has that. Oh my god.
Um, you feel that you could attune to the item and learn more, but that would take a full short rest.
I will do that on the next short rest, and I hope that happens. Wait, do my spells reset on a short or a long rest?
Your spells were set on a long rest.
Cry too.
Volna, from here, looking up at those ledges, you're guessing that if you march straight through the night, you're still not getting there until sometime after dawn.
Can I tell? You said the search parties weren't on our trail, right?
Now, as far as you can tell, the area you've gone is clear of the search.
I'm gonna call down to them and suggest that we can probably take a long rest, because we won't get to the temple anyways until after dawn. So
Was it that way?
yeah, you can see it.
Oh,
Well,
good.
what I'm assuming is it.
Can you describe it
Okay.
and maybe I can kind of confirm?
I'm gonna do so. I'm gonna describe the two ledges, man.
Does it
That
look like
sound-
an eagle, like wings?
That sounds about it. Yeah, there's a giant golden wall there, like a door that looks like
Full-on
it's
outline.
from a gazebo or something.
Gazebo. I wasted with my
Mm.
crossbow.
Gazebo.
Respect the gazebo.
The gazebo.
The
Yeah,
gazebo.
if you want to take that long rest, you can find an area to conceal yourselves and take that.
I
Would
mean,
be
I can
able-
set watch at least, because I don't have anything that needs to. Oh, hold on. Wait, is that a short rest or a long rest?
You might have a power or two that resets on a long rest, but the way that works out is you spend 8 hours resting, but you only need to spend 6 of it actually sleeping. So
Okay.
you can have a 2-hour watch in that long
I'll
rest.
help.
Yeah.
I'll help with that too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quick question too. Would I be able to attune in that time as well?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because I would like to do that.
Okay. When you attune to it, what you learn is that it is a gem of seeing,
I'm not
which is
blind though. I'm just kidding.
a no. The gem has 3 charges. You can spend one of them, and then for 10 minutes you have true sight.
Oh shit.
You can see in normal and magical darkness. You can see invisible creatures and objects. You can automatically detect illusions and succeed on saving throws against them. And you perceive the original form of a shape changer or creature that's transformed by magic. You can also see into the ethereal plane.
Now, what is this called again?
Gem of Seeing. You should be able to find that in D&D Beyond if you wanted to.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do right now. Add items.
Ain't give that back yet.
Gem
I don't blame him.
of seeing. There it is. It's a wondrous item.
Which is a broad class of magic.
No, it's don't be mean. There we go. It's attuned. Okay, excellent. Oh, it's really ugly though, but it'll do.
Lie. You don't have to admit that.
I'm just saying, like, from my point of view.
Ugly. I've told you what it looks like.
Yeah, but it kind of gives like a picture of it on
Ignore that.
D&D Beyond. How did I turn that off? Okay. Okay. Yeah, so that's good. Oh, wow. So if I use up the charges though, that won't affect me bringing it back to the temple, right?
Each day at dawn, it regains D3 charge.
Oh, okay. Sweet. Excellent.
Me on the front.
Perfect.
Yes.
So that leaves you with a lot more knowledge about what it is.
Guys, this thing is
And-
awesome.
Well, are you sure?
I
Something you wanna
don't
see?
know, but Miyu's trying to scrape the chair and Rozzy doesn't care.
You're naughty goose.
Mascot of Carpe Nerdus. I like it.
Carpe Nerdus, where cats
She
don't
can
get thrown
basically
around.
do whatever she wants.
Poor cats go
Yeah.
hang out.
now, Rozzy's cats are spoiled.
No, they're not.
Hey,
That's what
Rozzy
Derek said
believes
the other
it's-
day.
Rozzy could spoil them harder. I'm confident of it. She's
Oh my
trying.
god.
Holding it back. Holding it back.
I mean,
You're
I've seen
not
her with my cats,
spoiled.
so.
So,
You're not spoiled.
um, so yeah, that gives you all the information about what that does.
Do you share that with everybody? I guess is the question.
Sorry, mouth is full. I apologize.
No, I totally got the extreme head nod. I can concur.
My knowledge is
Extreme
conveyed
much,
through.
You
yes.
are
Yeah.
speaking. I appreciate that. Yeah.
My knowledge is conveyed through head nods, so that's how I
I
communicate.
get
with
you.
you
I
guys.
get you, boo. Don't worry about it. I got you.
Much, yes.
So yeah, dawn rolls around.
I do.
You get to reset your abilities and spells, etc. When you wake, you hear this piercing cry of an eagle or an eagle.
Oh.
It's Sam the Eagle.
Hey.
Yeah, just like as the sun comes up over the ridge for the first time, the eagle chooses that perfect moment to cry.
Oh.
Basically a commercial for America.
Fun fact: they usually use a hawk for that because
Do they really?
eagles. Yeah, they apparently sound more patriotic.
That's
Good to
awkward.
know. Thank you. Good to know.
Yeah.
Again, the more you love.
Yep. I am a plethora of random useless trivia.
You are great for Quizzo. Go on.
Yeah. Um, Setting off on the trail as soon as you've broken camp. There he is. That's. You get to the mountain.
Candy
And
Mountain.
Lizrada, you spot a couple of dwarven marker posts to mark a clear trail. They're old. They haven't been maintained in 150, 200 years, but they're still solid, and you can pick them out.
Huh. This must be the way. We can just follow these and we should be right up to it. And then,
Onward.
Cool.
no, I'm not gonna do that. Sorry, I don't know why. I just was like, I'm gonna lick them, and I'm like, wait, no, I'm not Droomstick, so I can't do that.
Look what? What are you looking?
The markers.
The
You're supposed to
first,
sniff them first.
Oh no,
The
not that
first
kind of
sight-
marker.
The elf might leave the group if you do that.
Yeah.
So thrown off, she's just been in a lab the whole time. What? You left? What? What?
This is what dwarves do. This is what my people have been brought up to do.
Fuck this shit about.
Lick
and
it,
that right
what?
there explains centuries of disharmony between elves and dwarves.
Pretty
Again,
much.
the more you know.
Mm-hmm.
When you get to the that ledge that you had seen before, and you see this temple, it's open air. What you couldn't see from down below that you can see from up here is there's an area of about 60 feet wide in a circle of open, relatively flat space between these like two short mountain peaks. And around the edge of this clear space are large carved standing stones.
Oracles?
Oracles?
Sand carving
I
stones.
know where you going with the car.
You know, like, never ending story? Is that what we're doing?
So I actually have to see Neverending Story. I've never watched it before. I get the references, but I've never watched it.
I refuse to acknowledge.
All I know is
So
that
again?
I saw Rozzy's snap of them saying the horse died and Rozzy dying laughing because they're like, no, it didn't happen that way.
Watch it. You'll be complete.
Mm-hmm.
And then watch like the 3 sequels because they're fantastic.
Hey,
Oh
there.
my god. Oh man.
See, that is you're deprived.
So yeah,
I know.
so this Eagles Area Shrine is a big open area circle of stone. Each of the stones has a dwarven rune on it. Each for a different virtue: truth, valor, glory, on around the line.
Beard.
Beard.
Yes, beard.
Beard should be true.
Beard. Stones.
Yeah. Yeah. Duty and things like that. They're, one of them is the stone for truth.
I never liked my mom.
What?
Elvish word.
I'm saying something true and blowing the truth on it.
I was like, what? I was gonna just see, I never like my mom.
Oh, I got it. I'm really sorry.
I was very
I'm
confused.
trying to open them. It's like fifth element. You gotta like spit on it if it's water.
I don't
You know.
think so, but I'm gonna take this and
Oh.
I'm not gonna say a truth like that. I'm gonna actually take the gem and I'm gonna put it up against the thing that says truth and see what happens.
Wow. Or we could do that.
I never liked my mom.
You take the stone in your hand, and how you're like gonna put it like both hands, just like put it up against the
Wait.
stone.
Yeah, but
Diamond Dallas
wait, how
Page
big
style.
is it?
Okay.
How big? Do I actually
Um,
need two hands to put it up against the stone?
it's about the size of a lemon, pretty big.
Oh, then I'll just use one hand if that's the
Okay.
case. I have big meaty
Tell
claws.
me,
Don't forget
Mom.
that.
When you hold the truth stone up and look through it at the stone, it clouds over.
This is weird. Is there anything in the clouds, or like, can I look deeply into it to see if there's like, if anything may have changed within it other than it becoming like less opaque?
Give me an
Or
investigation check.
look around too. Like it could be like that.
Look around. Look around.
Well, that's a whole other conversation.
All right, let's take a look and see.
Good musical.
God damn it. That's a 7. I need. You're going in dice jail. I'm no patience.
Yeah, like the only thing that you notice there is that special angle that you could look at it and see the truth room.
Mm-hmm.
You can't see that here when it's when that stone is visible, when the standing stone is visible through the gem. You can't make the truth room appear.
I can't see the rune, but that doesn't mean this is the only change. Guys, look around. See if there's anything that I may have missed in the room, maybe. Because I know that I'm only inspecting this, but something may have changed around us.
Would that be?
I'm gonna look.
Would that be investigation?
Sure.
Well, passive is 17 for observant. I have to. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Use
Can I
it.
do
I
a
mean,
perception, or does it have to be investigation?
Um, investigation first, and then if perception after that.
Okay. So I will roll for perception because I'll perception.
I got a 5 on investigation.
oh, I'll be right back.
Perception 15, 15 normal for passive, and
Okay.
17 for investigation.
Volna, everything about this is all so dwarfy that
man.
you're not really getting like none of it makes any sense to you. It just like all seems like somebody took normal and shifted it 90 degrees.
Oh, I have a passive investigation of 11.
So why don't we just
Because I took observant, I have to say it. Sorry.
why don't we just stand in the middle of all these stones and go, "Hey, dwarf, like
Eeny, meeny, miny,
ghosts,
moe.
like we have something that belongs to you. Come out and play."
That's
Yeah, I'll do that. I
fun.
will. I'll just go right in the middle of all the stones and I just say it. Don't expect anything to happen, but maybe it will.
Look what I found.
Mhm.
I like it.
Did anybody else get anything on the investigation or perception checks worth noting?
Oh, I didn't do. Can I do perception now?
Nicholas, where are you?
Is it a +5? Is that what I have? Yeah, so 15.
15%. Not something's off. You can't place what it is, but it might be that it's because it's so dwarfy you can't. It doesn't even gel with what you know and understand about dwarves. Something here is not.
Okay.
It's like a fundamental primal. You can't put your finger on it. Definitely feel it's wrong. What about Lyra and Wim? What do you got going on?
My perception was 15, and my investigation was 17.
Um,
Investigation would that be more?
I'd really like
Plus
Nick
2.
back right now.
It would have been 17 regardless. Yeah, it would have been
Okay.
17 for investigation and 15 because I rolled a straight 15 for everything. So
Wim, do you have any experience with dwarves in your past?
I have common, gnomish, and infernal. Unless they came through my shop, because I was right outside Tilverton.
Okay.
That's really the only guy I have to that.
I
Were they
know
part of?
Dwarvish, apparently.
Yeah, purple dragons. Were they a part of the purple dragons at all?
No, Cormier
Yeah.
is actually fairly light on dwarves.
They need some more. Need some recruiting efforts.
It just I can't remember the exact reason, but dwarves and Cormier never got along so.
Well, a lot of people didn't, from what I understand. So
Yeah.
it was hard for me to be a part of it, so I understand.
Um, where did Nick go?
The gem took him. He's been absorbed. He's part of the clan now. He's back home.
Um,
Oh, there he
there
is.
he is. There he is.
Sorry,
What
Okay.
happened? Where'd you go?
Water and bathroom, that's where I need to go.
Okay. Um,
Good.
You could have just continued to wear the headphones. They'll reach.
I don't want you hearing me pee.
Mute it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot that's a
I-
feature.
TMI, I do that all the time.
all right. So, while you were gone, what had happened is Volna took a look around, and she got something isn't right here with what she knows of dwarf.
Heebie-jeebies.
Um,
Herbert Gerbers.
Oh, that's good too.
and other than that, what you've discovered so far is that the truth gem turns cloudy when you put it near the truth stone.
I should take it away from the stone then.
Didn't you
Well, wouldn't it be truth then? The truth should be
did
clear,
you
right?
tell us what the gem can do when you found out, or is this did you keep it to
Yeah.
yourself?
I didn't tell you initially, but I will tell you now. I will tell you now what exactly it will do. Sorry, it slipped my mind because I really enjoyed that sleep and I really just want to get here.
You need to. You
Well,
have a
no,
lot to deal with.
I was just curious because if you had told us, my reaction would be a little different.
I probably should tell you because it might actually help us a lot if you guys have any other ideas. So.
When you get about 5 feet away from the truth stone, the gem becomes clear again.
So that stone is not truthful. Is making my gem milky and I don't like it.
Oh.
You know, everything only gets one, so you have to be careful. What is clear? What is clear when you look through it, though? If
That's a
that
good thing.
is,
Let me ask the stone, or let me ask the gem.
tell me the right path, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he should. Yeah.
Are you going to
I'm good
activate
at
the
that.
gem?
Yeah, because I kind of want to see what this is all about. Because after
Or
hearing,
how can I fix this?
Volna, right? Sorry, Jess.
Hmm.
Yeah. After hearing Volna say that this doesn't seem right, I kind of want to see for myself what she means.
Okay. Innocuous question, which is going to sound dangerous when I ask it. Where are you standing when you activate the gem in relation to the truth stone?
Basically, like you said, 5 feet back where it stopped being cloudy.
Okay. So you activate the stone. Everything like does a color shift, becomes clearer. One of the things you can see is a sprite sitting on Lyra's shoulder. And it's just kind of sitting there sharpening a knife.
I think you got company trying to console you for your mother, not liking your mother. Does anyone else see this, or am I the only one who's actually sees it?
My mother? I like my mother. She's a cleric. What are you talking about?
Oh, I'm
You gonna make-
sorry. I meant. Oh my god, I am so bad with character names tonight. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh no, I'm just playing. I'm just RPing. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's okay.
You're like,
No, okay. Wait. So
but
wait,
you're.
am I the only one who
Uh,
sees this, or can anyone?
Now, the other thing that you
I
see
can't.
is that the rune on the truth stone is no longer the rune for truth. It is the rune for lie.
Oh god, it's they live all over again.
You great movie.
First and foremost, it's probably Fail.
Oh my god.
You look at the other stones. The the rune for duty changes into the rune for treachery. The rune for valor turns into the rune for cowardice. And each of the dwarven virtues shifts to its opposite.
This doesn't seem right. This is very wrong. This is the opposite of what it should be.
Opposite of what? I don't know these things. What?
I
They look like
I'm
cute
like
dwarves doing things. What are they
I'm
doing?
looking through this thing and I'm seeing. Well, first off, okay. There's something on your shoulder and it's sharpening a knife. I don't know what that is. You
It
might
goes
want to
to my
get that
shoulder.
looked at.
That's
Man, I told
Fail.
Oh.
She's with me
Oh.
always.
Oh, hi.
She's probably a little bit shocked to be seen.
Yeah, she stops
Give you a
sharpening
dirty
the,
look or something.
she stops sharpening the knife and just like stands in a combat stance on Lyra's shoulder, ready.
I look at the blank shoulders. Like, what are you talking about? Are you making things up? It's kind of weird.
It's
What are you
cute.
doing? Like,
I'm gonna
you're
go back
totally
and look at
cool.
the stones again. Be like, these stones, they don't say what they actually say to you guys, but looking through the gem of seeing, I can see what they actually mean. They're the opposite. They're complete opposite. This isn't right.
Oh.
What?
I'm sensing that this is possibly a trap or somewhere where we shouldn't be right now.
How about a religion check?
From everyone or just him?
Just Lestrada.
I'm freaking out, man.
Unless someone else claims to be a well versed in dwarven religion.
Nope.
I skipped that class.
Yay!
Yeah.
I got
I
a
was in a lab.
23.
Oh,
Okay.
look at you being a boss. Yeah.
It was an
Um,
optional additional curse.
Yeah,
Elective
the
for college, right?
the only instance you can recall, and it is clear memory of these dwarven vices, are things that are all the domain of Abathor, one of the dark dwarven. He's the god of greed and treachery.
Oh my god, I was
And this
tricked.
and this is his place.
I was tricked by
No.
religious leaders of my own people, but they followed a different dark, dirty god. I'm just so upset. I'm just at this point. I'm like, I'm ready to take the gem and chuck it, but I don't because I'm like, well, this may be. I may need to
That's
see
a
if there's
little
any like
intense.
invisible like demon things coming down the hallway. You know.
How would I react?
At that point, from the lie stone, um, the the ghost of what was his name? Elshar Cool Curl. Elshar Curl steps out of the stone and stands there, appearing before you exactly as he did the night you met.
Visible to everyone or just me?
Visible to everybody.
As soon as I see him, I'm gonna point and say, "You liar! How dare
Would.
you?"
I dare because I needed to.
No, you didn't. I'm going to assume that entire story that you told me was a bunch of falsehoods.
If a liar tells the truth and the honest man doesn't believe him, who's at fault?
Don't you play these mind games with me. You're dead. I'm not. So
Good point. Ah, I will applaud that. Golf clap, golf clap.
first off, I'm gonna
So
yeah
I will
no.
hold your rings.
Hold me
Whatever you
back.
do, Joey.
Hold me
I'll
back.
hold you. I'll hold you. I will hold you.
My God.
I'm just in the back cracking my knuckles right now. I see a ghost. What am I supposed to do?
Colt, take a fucking swing at it. I want this. I'm
Swing
I am
away. Swing
angry, and I'm just gonna say like
away.
you probably. I'm not gonna say that you lied to me about wanting the gem back, but I will say you probably lied to me about the what's it called, the humans starting this war over nothing. You were probably the ones who instigated it.
The truth is, the gem you're holding was stolen from our temple.
You like lies, right? Would you have told us that was the lie god? Lie guy?
Hmm,
He just smiled.
you had it
I am
stolen.
so confused.
You had it stolen from your temple.
Why would they have the truth?
Yet
Is that really truth?
that goes completely with your god's views. Greed. And that is something that you honor and worship. So even though it was something holy to your religion, I don't see how it's worth starting a war over because it goes exactly with what your god is aligned to. Boom.
It was worth starting a war because it was ours.
Oh, boo fucking who? You're dead. And I'm like, listen, I'm a religious figure and I'm getting a little peeved off right now.
Um, you can see he's getting visibly angry right now.
Good. Fight
And
me.
like the ground rumbles, like the stones shake.
Yeah, how many are there?
I'm gonna get in stance and be ready.
Can I know how many?
I'm ready to take you on. I don't care what it takes.
I will back him.
If you want this stone, you're gonna have to go through me, because I'm not giving in to your religion. You
Return
tricked
the
me.
stone. This is your final warning.
You
I'm just gonna sigh, knock an arrow, and shoot it. I'm done.
you tricked me. Now be
You were
prepared
so
to die.
cool.
Okay.
I'm with you.
Die
Usually
for
the
good.
customer's always right, but
Mhm.
yeah, do it.
Lastrada, it is worth pointing out that while the true sight is active, the edges on that ghost are crystal clear. You can see him as completely. Not
Advantage?
the transparent normal sort of ghost. He's just a solid looking ghost.
He's basically,
Oh,
it looks like you drew him with crayon where you have to outline everything with black crayon.
You can see him
let's
in
see if we're
yeah.
epic when you do that.
A ghost is normally transparent because they exist halfway between this plane and the ethereal. You can see in both planes right now, so you can see.
Oh, hell yeah.
So
Are
yeah,
the others
if you,
other statues?
other stones are doing nothing right now.
Yes.
Ignore those
No.
stones. They're nothing but folly and lies and sadness.
Follow the relevance of the
So
lady.
That's a 10 on initiative.
okay, that was going to be my next question.
Yeah, Raz is already.
I'm ready. I am,
21.
Already enough, apparently.
I am heated.
21 from
Oh,
Volna,
Yep.
fuck you.
Lestrada, Colton win.
22 for Colt.
Okay, 22 for Colt Ghost Puncher.
15.
I got a 1.
No, what do you add to that, good sir?
I'm so ready. I'm ready to go last.
Okay.
Let my people.
So yeah, all this is going on, and Lestrada is trying to reason with this dead dwarf.
No, fuck him.
And like Colt and Volna just like look at each other, nod, and spring into action. So, Colt, yeah, you get to go first here.
Okay. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'll go straight at him. Like, I've cracked the knuckles. I'm moving past, and I'm just going right in. Fist just swinging. I'm kind of windmilling my arms around on purpose right now.
Okay.
I'm not hitting you. Okay. That was a 17 and a 16.
Both will hit.
Dang,
Nice.
boy.
And okay, so that's 10 for the first, and that's 6 for the second. And while I'm here, I might as well spend a key point and get 2 more attacks.
Sure.
Goes Goose.
Okay, so the first one on that is an 11, which I assume does not hit.
The 11 will miss.
Yep, and then I rolled a 1, so I have to re-roll that.
You do.
And that is a nat 20.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Whoa, kill him!
So put some crit damage on there. Volna, you're up next.
That's 11 with the third.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll go in, charge in first, throw a couple of punches, and just end up missing with my last thing. But I'll stand ready for whoever's coming next.
When you punch a goat, is that like a solid fist meets flesh, or are you tearing through their ethereal?
Well, probably in this case, I'm got more of the tiger claws going, and I'm just yanking away bits of ghost as I go.
So you're throwing chunks of ectoplasm away from him.
Yep.
Okay. Volna.
Woo! I'm gonna do as I said before, and I'm gonna knock an arrow and shoot, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
What are
Thanks,
you
Rosie.
laughing about?
Roz is being mean to me in chat. We'll talk about it later.
18.
18 will hit. And due to Colt's presence, sneak attack.
Sneak attack. Is it 2d6?
What a present.
Wim, you're up next.
I make it easier for everybody to hit ghosts.
All the ghosts. What do I got for ghosts?
And you too can punch a ghost with my new album.
1-800.
10.
For only 4 easy
14.
payments.
What was that?
14.
14?
I was always fond of the 3 easy payments and 1 incredibly hard payment.
1995.
Ooh, that sounds.
I'm kind of
Plus
jealous.
shipping and
'cause
handling and
the last time I played a rogue, nobody in the group ever wanted to be in hand-to-hand. I never had sneak attack unless I personally arranged it for myself.
No.
Not easy for an arcane trickster.
I would just try to change my class.
No, that means they win. Wim, you're up.
Okay, I will fire Firebolt at him.
Okay.
A cantrip. So that 16 plus 7, 23.
Absolutely.
So 2d10 fire damage.
Mm-hmm. Lyra up next.
That will be 10 fire damage, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. See you next week.
Yeah.
Sorry, you were laughing and that made me laugh for some reason.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Lyra, you're up.
I am just gonna try Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Whoever.
Yeah. The Lestrada's 4 companions have just are pummeling this guy, and he's being pushed backwards from each of these hits.
Is he getting damaged though?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
him. Not. I thought I was getting pushed back. I'm
No,
like,
no,
why
no,
am
no.
I getting pushed back?
That's 1 crit and 1 9 plus 7.
16.
16. Both will hit.
One
Yes.
mathematical equation.
I know. So I roll a d10. I think that's a d10. Yes, d10. So 2 d10s or 3 d10s?
3 total. 2 for the crit, 1 for the standard.
Damn.
I'm just kidding.
You get it.
So 16.
Okay.
Come back. Ow.
And then it finally gets to do a thing.
Oh, it's gonna do a thing.
It's gonna call its buddies. Feel like.
No, it can't.
Now, come on.
Strata.
We can deal with more ghosts. Bring them all on.
Sure.
This
Sure.
the ghost is pummeled by Colt's fist, Volna's arrow, Wim, and Lyra's spell. And you can see it kind of like its hold on this plane of existence slipping. And then he runs right towards you and leaps at you
That's aggressive.
I'm ready.
to make a charisma check.
Fucking fight me, bitch.
Oh, do it. Now we'll make a charisma check.
Can you give me a sec? I have to reach for my dice.
I got you, Boo. I'm watching. I'm watching you
I
very,
am
very closely.
struggling. I feel like I'm stuck in a chair that I can't move from.
Well, that is real life. What I'm talking about
That's
in the theater of the
what is
mind.
that? That's do I have it? No, I don't have any modifiers. 16.
Um, he tries to possess you, and your mental state prevents that.
Begone, spirit!
But as you're pushing him off with your mind, you feel a searing pain from your wrist as the bond flares and just shuts him out the rest of the way.
Oh.
Oh,
And
wait, so my bond
Lestrada,
protected me?
you hear just in your mind, no, your mind.
I'm not anyone's, but okay, thanks for saving me, I guess.
Um,
I say to myself, everyone else looks at me like I'm fucking weird.
yeah, and the force of the bond snapping in to protect you flings him back into the stone
Learned something.
where he disappears.
Oh, you're gonna leave? You're gonna cry? You're gonna go home to your mom?
Give me a religion check.
My religion check says he's a little bitch. Let's see.
Aren't you a cleric?
I am. That's a 14.
15.
I trust
14.
you.
14. Ghosts are hard to destroy.
It's not
They
impossible.
don't. Yeah, destroying a ghost, they just come back a little while later. As long as
Fuck.
what they have left undone
Listening.
is undone, they will keep coming back.
Unless they are captured and put in a bottle.
And this ghost of a priest of Abathor wants the gem of seeing truth return to Abathor.
Okay, so I'm having a little bit of a conniption here because I don't want to appease this god because I really hate this god. But at the same time, I figure like, well, what's gonna happen to us if we put this here? Is there anything that bad that's gonna happen to us? Can I make?
This is this is Abathor's place, not Doomathorn's place.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, guys, I can't. I personally can't. I mean, you
Alright,
probably can, but my hands. Oh, sorry. I cannot bring myself to give this stone to the wrong god.
Then
Well,
You
sure,
Then-
it's
you
not
are
my god
yeah
either. So
you
cool.
you are certain that the gem is holy to Doom.
To Doomathoin?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you know
no,
of your
this
god
is
temple nearby?
definitely. I feel as though that the lies and deceit, it belongs to our god, actually belongs to my god, and there's just nothing. We have to destroy him. I'm sorry, this temple, fuck this place.
So
So
are we getting the we get the gem to your temple, your favorited temple, and then destroy
My
this?
my temple is a long way away from here.
and
Is it the
probably
only one?
underground.
Is it the only
Yeah,
one? There's not others? Oh.
There are other temples at Doom.
but the closest one is going to be very far away.
Yeah, your home temple
Should
is
be
quite a bit.
we walking through with the thing they want as we're trying to dismantle it?
Well, the only thing
Can-
I can think of is using magic on a ghost, and that's the only way I think of destroying it. Right?
Is there looking at those standing stones from Colt's perspective? Is there anything I could actually do to break these stones down? Like knock them? Can I do enough to them, or is it going to require something that I'm just not capable of doing?
Part of me wants to reference Yoda levitating Luke's X-wing. But no, physically moving these stones, they are several tons each. And these are 15-foot tall granite blocks lifted up on end. Shifting one of them would be a effort.
Okay, well,
Destroying
could
one.
I
How much
punch?
of an effort would that?
Yeah, can I punch them enough to crack them? Probably not, right?
Probably not. That would be the work of a lifetime to punch one of these stones. Possibly even a curse
I
to have to do that.
I now have figured out what I must do. I must leave you guys. I now have to dedicate my life to being able to destroy stone with a single punch.
And no ones involved.
Yeah. God, I don't know what to do, guys. This temple, like, I hate it. But we have to go deeper in order to.
Well, you know, it's
Uh,
where the popular kids hang out. You don't wanna,
There
you hate
is,
it,
yeah,
but
as far as you can tell or see, there is no deeper. This is a surface temple.
can we just blow up the statues, or would that give us bad karma?
We just take the stone with us and leave. I mean, the ghost will follow us and we'll just
Yeah.
punch it back to where it needs to go. Got no
Well,
problem
there's
with
a
him.
bunch of statues
God,
here
but it's
that you
always
say
gonna want
have
to come
these
after
symbols on it.
me, and that's just so much work. Um.
I
Well,
don't
I
know.
guess
This
your
guy was
oth-
giving you some distress, but go ahead. Sorry.
so I guess your other option is to just, you know, lose your spine and just put the stone down here and give it to this ghost and let's leave.
If I give it to one of you guys, you could do it, but God, just someone needs to knock me out before this can happen, because I can't do it in sound
When
mind.
he says someone needs to knock him out, Colt cracks the knuckles again, walks over, and just boom, right in the jaw as hard as possible. Yep.
So what does he want? What are we doing? It's an outside temple, he said?
Yeah, it's the temple here is everything that you see. There are no underground or concealed portions of it as far as you can.
But
Um,
wait, before you knock me out, we need to know if this will end the curse on his family. That's the one thing I totally forgot. You need to ask that ghost next time you see it, if you see it.
You know, it can't appear to you, right?
No,
Or no,
it
we saw
appeared.
him after.
No, it appeared to us.
Oh, it's all of us.
you were the only. The first time you were the only ones.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I was the only one who was awake.
Yeah.
So, what do you want to do, guys? I mean, I am ready to shoot whatever you need me to do. What are we doing?
You still want me to knock you out?
Maybe not.
Okay, in that
This
case,
affronts me a little bit.
in that case, I vote that we just leave. take the gem with us and
okay.
go.
If we need to come back, we'll come back. But
I feel like this is the ultimate guy who's gonna follow us.
I mean, if we use enough magic and
Hmm.
maybe find someone who can trap a spirit in a bottle, we can keep it as a pet.
I mean, I got a bottle. I don't know how to trap a thing in a bottle.
Now, earlier when I said that ghosts are difficult to get rid of, there are.
Is he attached to that freaking statue?
Sage. That's all we need.
Sage and assault circle.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't make sage. I'm not a druid.
I got it. I got it. I'm gonna sage the shit out of us.
Elminster, the Sage of Shadowdale. Yeah, he can take care.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, you mean a person? I thought you meant the herb. Like, that's what I work
Oh,
with.
yeah.
Really? You know
Oh.
what? I feel like he's not really real.
Oh, good. Then yeah,
Has
no,
been
definitely.
such
Let's
a
let this guy
bullshit
suffer and get more angry. I'm okay with it.
Could be 8.
Okay. So what are we
Well,
going to do from here?
No one will stop me because I want to destroy the ones of lies. I will destroy the statue of lies. Truth, lies, and truth. A little
Um,
bit.
you know, I don't. Yeah.
What I know,
Looking
I
at
don't know.
looking at that stone, and looking at your magic arsenal.
It would take a while to destroy that thing.
Yeah, that would
Alright, then it will.
be a couple of dedicated weeks to shatter one of those stones. Yeah, they're huge.
Let's
Makes
just.
sense.
You know
I'm
what?
not invested.
This is my cleric talking. Even though I hate this with every fiber of my being, and I would just rather it blow up in a million pieces. It's a church, and we can't desecrate it. We just need to leave. That's the best option.
Okay.
Even though it's something I don't agree with, and they're always wrong, I say really loudly. Um, we can't desecrate it. We have to leave.
I just want to know that I'm with you this whole journey.
Malion. Malion.
So we're
I can
leaving.
too.
Guess
I'm
so.
leaving.
Hitch it a ride.
Yeah, I suppose that's a good thing to do.
Where are we heading from here?
Should we?
Somewhere far away.
That clearing for Randy Boy or
Randy
going?
Boy. Yep.
Yeah.
Let's go back to Randy Boy.
Um,
I don't remember his name.
Randy Morn or Moore? I looked up
Waterdeep.
Moore. I keep hearing
Randy
Morn,
Boy.
I don't know.
We're gonna call him Randy Boy from now.
His name is Randall Morn.
Morn. I thought it was Morn. Okay, like morning.
um, so where you're located right now are in the hills above Dagger Falls. Dagger Falls sits on the River Tesh, which flows to the east. South of the River Tesh is the town of Shadowdale. Shadowdale has been on your radar for a little bit because that is the home of Elman, who is among the most powerful wizards known. If you follow the River Tesh and turn north, that would take you directly to a city called Vunlar, which is on the road directly to Ulash. Ulash is where you were suspect the Moandar cult is centered around. Vunlar, you don't know too much about. It's really just something that fits into like local lore and history. So when you would have heard about it, you know where it's at, and it's close enough to Zental Keep that they've probably got some level of influence there, but you're not certain what. Ulash, go ahead.
Was I heading to Shadowdale for my information?
Shadowdale was where you were headed originally when you
Yeah,
got.
that's what I mean. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Ulash is been in the news for the last couple of years. It was destroyed by a flight of dragons and almost entirely burned to the ground. And then the ruins have been, which led to a civil war between the two factions that run the city, the Zentarum and the nearby city of Hillsfar. used that as a proxy war and have been fighting each other through their factions there in the city ever since.
I share that with all of them.
So Ulash is a hot mess.
So why don't
I've
we
seen worse.
initially, before we ran into the goblin and before we came up to the city, our plan was to get a little information over here and head to Shadowdale. So
Mhm.
why don't we follow the river down to Shadowdale, or go down to Shadowdale and then see if we can get a meeting with this guy, and then we can from there head up to Yulish and all that other stuff that we need to do. I mean,
Is anyone heading to Yulish? My final destination was Shadow. So my next stop at any of the surrounding cities.
Surrounding cities to
To Shadowdale, like why? How? Like, I'm trying to find a way we're really connected, other than the bands on our arms. Like, how are we?
oh, I'm nowhere near.
Okay.
I was in
Mm.
Westgate. I was way, way, way off the other area. So I have.
As soon as you set on the road east towards Shadowdale, you almost didn't notice it because it was just growing so slowly. But the slight burn to the bonds fades back to a normal state as you go east. You had been inadvertently resisting their directions by being here in Dagger Falls, but it had come on so slowly you didn't notice it right away.
Oh, they're burning.
So it's a couple of days travel from Dagger Falls to Shadow. So let's go to a campfire on that first night, where you're outside the area of Dagger Falls influence and are on the road to Shadowdale. And Wim, you wanted to have a conversation about where people have been from.
Well, I start making tea or hot chocolate. I might have, and
What the hell?
well, it's only hot chocolate, dear. It's sorry.
No, sorry. I
No, I'm just teasing you. It's fine. Oh, if you prefer I have other things. I carry a lot with me. You never know. I have to back. I look like the creature that collects everything from Labyrinth. Like, oh dear, let's put that on. I am
Ludwig?
totally her. Yeah. So I'm totally the one who carries everything. You never know what you need. So
Yeah.
um, I tell them my life story. I lost my turn. I was just trying to make a new potion and make a fine tune the process, and all these things happen to me, and then I'm on my way to Shadowdale and I end up with this, and we're back in Tilverton. So strange. Where were you all coming from?
Wait, how did you lose your horn?
I know I get a little. I thought I was kind of like on point with my experimentation, and you think you're smart. You like what. I thought it was maybe a little too much of the sulfur, and then and I wake up. Yeah, a lot of smoke. Exactly. You're coughing. You're doing things, and and then when I wake up, there's this little imp creature thing. I don't really remember because I I must have had a concussion. And he's like, "Thank you." And I'm like, "All right, bye, whatever." And I wake up and I'm like, you know how you do. You grab your head, so I noticed my one horn was missing. So I have this beautiful curve and I love it. It's great. I had another beautiful curve and it's gone, but it's fine.
I
I
try to
start
comfort
panicking.
you, like as you're telling this
Oh,
really heart wrenching story, because it's like,
and it's fine. I'm coming to terms. And then I start panicking. I go back, and then all of a sudden I turn into a bowl of petunia. Like who expects to turn into a bowl?
oh man. I'm
I
like
was
trying to
like,
comfort you, and I'm like, ah.
hold on. Oh, I feel it coming. Oh, the tingles out. Let's get this out. I'm sorry.
The only thing the bowl of petunias thought was, oh, not again.
Exactly. And my poor boss, he thought I was a new feature in this, and he almost sold me to this wonderful dwarven lady. She was so sweet. and she's really good with flowers. And about an hour later, right as Beth she's leaving the store, I come into myself. I crushed the poor thing. I think she might be still in the hospital. I don't know. I'm really
What are
heavy.
you
I'm
even
really
talking?
tall. So, they weren't expecting it. I think we gave her her money back because you weren't expecting a big,
I would hope
big
so.
problem.
At that point, like, oh my god.
Well, you signed a non-disclosure agreement when you purchase things from the shop because we do a lot of we buy things from homes. Anyway, I digress. And oh goodness, and poor Sharkbait, he was trying to console me and he apologized profusely. He didn't mean to sell me. I know he didn't for such a long time. And then he referred me to our wizard in town, and she told me to go to Shadowdale for Elminster. And I was on the way, and then I woke up with you all. Minus you, Lyra, but you're wonderful. You would probably be a great feature in my shop. We could talk later. But how did you all come to that room? Oh, it's not about me. Go on, go. Tim.
All I remember is being in my cave and maybe walking outside, and then oh fuck, I don't know. I just remember just seeing the outside for the first time, being like, "Wow, is that a tree? Damn, that's
Oh wow,
amazing."
was it as
Was
dark as I'm seeing you now?
Yeah, this is exactly what my cave looks like.
I mean, I have dark vision, but I don't.
Lizrada,
And then I
give
was
me
like,
an intelligence. Yeah, give me an intelligence check.
yes. Fuck, hold on, sorry. I'm switching between it on my tablet, and there is not enough room.
Oh, but
What did I roll? It's 12 plus 1, 13. Oh my god, help me.
Okay. Um, Going back over that last memory, um, it happened just like you said. You got up and were leaving, and you felt something stab you in the side of the neck, and then everything went dark.
Can I, like, feel my neck and see if there's anything that, like, might be still there?
You go to your neck, and you can't feel anything, but it's been months.
It's been 1 week. Let's see.
Yeah, it was.
I feel you. I
Fuck.
feel it.
Right?
Oh my
Nick.
god.
Yeah, it's been between the time where you had your last solid memory and waking up in the inn was somewhere in the area of 2 to 3 months.
Oh,
About that.
wow.
About that.
Yeah, that's all I remember.
Oh.
It was weird. I was just amazed by how beautiful it was outside, and then oh yeah, as soon as I step out, you'd think the rest of the dwarves would wonder where I was. Or maybe someone may have witnessed it. Probably not, because I know
Yeah, what has happened to them?
they're probably
Oh
all dead. And
no.
then I start getting really sad and teary-eyed and thinking,
Oh, I'll hug
I
you,
I had some
buddy.
really good friends. Damn, like I don't
I'm
even know
a
how to
friend. I'm
talk
a
to
good friend.
them. Like I can't even like they're probably worried sick about me, and I'm probably like, yeah, whatever. But like I'm really sad. And then I just kind of take a moment to myself and kind of like have to walk away from the group and just sob behind a tree.
Do you?
Because I start realizing like the heaviness of the situation because it never hit me before.
Oh.
Who has the best passive perception in the group?
Oh dear.
No, don't look at me sobbing.
I only have an 11.
Mine's a
15.
15.
I have a 16 passive perception.
I have a
Hey, you
13.
do.
Okay.
Yeah, you do. You're crying away.
So,
Crying
Wim,
away.
what was yours?
15.
15? Okay.
Investigation 17.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Strada, as you're going through and you're working through that and processing all of it, when you look up, there's an extra person sitting at the campfire. There's a old human male with a long white beard, orange robe. He's got a staff like propped up against the rock he's sitting on. smoking a pipe.
Was it the ghost? Oh wait, I don't see it.
I'm
That's it.
sorry. Who are you?
Beacon.
I
No.
believe you are on your way to see me. My name is Elman.
Are you only visible to me?
No. Everyone can see him now that you're where he's there. But he was not there a few seconds ago.
I'm not crazy. Oh, thank God. Oh,
I
Yeah,
thought
thank
you'd
you,
be
Mathoin.
taller.
Technically,
you'd
this
be
is an astral projection, but I'm a busy
Oh.
man.
Do you lose a couple inches when you astral project? 'Cause I thought you'd be taller.
Only when I astral project from the astral plane to limbo. It's weird. I can't explain it. I just try not to be in limbo.
I take that down because I know
It's
none of that. Okay.
embarrassing. You know, I'm trying to work
It
on
is.
it.
It is not my favorite part of the multiverse.
Oh, I genuflect. Thank you, sir.
Oh,
I'm
there's
gonna
no
put a
need,
present.
no need for that. No need for that.
I don't know what's going on with me. That's why I.
Well, first thing is sit up, relax, be comfortable.
Okay, I grab a drink. Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
Good.
I don't move from where I was. Just not a great thing.
I'm still
Just
very
sit
much a
there and watch
student
him.
that I respect authority a little bit. So I'm like,
It's, you have come to my attention. And I see your situation here extremely precarious. The one of the entities that is marked you, and I dare not speak its name, would not react rationally if it knows I'm involved.
Do you mean the one near the bottom? Like
That's one.
not necessarily
That,
I
the
point.
top.
Yeah, without saying the name, like the one near the bottom.
yeah,
Eh. Hasn't paid a bar tab in a while.
it is a powerful entity. Been around since near the dawn of time. Um, I believed it to be trapped beyond this world, but this nothing stays trapped forever.
Nature
Tread,
finds a way.
tread cautiously. Each
Why
of the
us?
groups that is marked here, I don't know. I do not know why you were selected for the various groups that are twisting you to their needs. Selected you for whatever reasons are known only to them. But they each want a thing from you.
No.
And that thing, those things, each and every one of them would be disastrous for the.
So basically, it's whatever we decide to choose on apparently only benefits one out of all of them, is what you're saying. Like if we were to.
Yeah, I know the Zentarum well, and nothing they want ever good for the realm.
Do they want?
The devouring one is a being of pure evil. It wants nothing but the destruction of this universe.
That's rude.
We need to
In
get
the
these.
extreme,
Yeah.
I mean,
We need to get these
I,
off of us. I don't.
I've been to a lot of places in the multiverse, and this is the one I keep coming back to. It's
The
where I keep
devouring
my
one.
stuff.
The devouring one?
What was that?
Where do you keep your stuff? What? Was it the devouring one? That's all I heard. I'm like, what? That's a little.
This is my favorite place in the multiverse.
That's fair. But you know what's not cool? these tattoos, and I don't like them.
Well, so what I'm gathering from you is that maybe we want to leave the one that we don't want to talk about for a while, and possibly go deal with the other guys and see if we can't get them. Because when we dealt with the fire knives that were also inscribed on our arm, that disappeared. So if we deal with
Yeah, each of these is linked to an individual.
Do you
If
know
you
who
can
it is?
eliminate the individual, it should release you from their service.
Do you know each individual? Can you help us figure that out?
I've only been able to determine one of them for certain.
Don't say Rodolph.
Um, the Devourer, Moandor, his high priestess was the one that chose you. And I have her name here somewhere. Where'd it go?
Stephanie.
Her name's
Judy.
Courtney.
Fuck you, that's
Mogion.
my name.
What's her name?
Mogion.
I thought you said Monique, and I was like,
Mogion.
what?
and we have a fair
I
idea
have to
that
defy her.
what's his name, Fazul, has something to do with this.
Hmm.
That would not surprise me. Fazul, Manchun, it's always one of them, and I'm never certain which hand of the Zentarum is pulling strings. The Zentarum refers himself as the Black Hand, which I think is a one of their greatest jokes, because there's more than one hand in play.
Is that the night that we saw back in Dagger Falls? He didn't necessarily fall, but he was surrounded for protection.
That was Brakathum.
Rack.
He is a
Hmm.
Bane Knight.
Bane Knight. And how do you take care of a Bane Knight
Well,
so he doesn't get up again?
You.
he wasn't going to get back up again, but they are at this moment bringing him back from the dead.
Oh, that's
How
fun.
often can they do that?
Oh, you mean I could have taken his sword? Ugh.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of peons around now. You probably should. I believe. Totally. Hmm.
He can come back as often as Merkiel lets him out of the realm of the dead. Bane and Merkiel have a working relationship.
Any chance he comes back as a baby and has to grow up before we have to fight him again?
We could only hope.
I wish.
He
Does
will
Bane-
likely not be happy with you for killing him.
I mean,
What, like it's new?
yeah.
It's like the customer doesn't get a discount. Like you wait until the day after. I don't want.
You
Yeah.
missed the sale, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not my fault. Talk to
Look,
corporate. It says
Look,
me.
wait 2 more weeks. The sale will come back again. I guarantee it.
Exactly.
Honestly, oh my god.
Bro, seriously.
Yikes.
So my only other question, sir, is very simple. Where can I get a pipe like that?
Oh, there's a vendor in Shadowdale. Her name is Fiona. I recommend her highly. She's made all of my pipes for the last several decades. Should you find yourselves in Shadowdale, I would recommend her highly.
Can
Will you
we
be-
However,
give you your name to get a discount?
you
Just start
can
talking about it.
you can name drop me at your own risk.
Oh shit.
Who did
Okay.
you hurt? Let's talk about that.
So
That is
were you gonna
We
tell
don't have
us?
time for that conversation.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Were you gonna
I knew I'd like you.
I have a feeling you were going to tell us not to come to Shadowdale right now.
No, it would be ill-advised for you to head south at this point. First off, Brakathun likely will be searching for you there first. I can handle that for a moment, but the urgency involved here with what these groups want, I wouldn't delay for anything.
Can you help us like either get rid of a spirit or maybe put it into a bottle so we can hold on to it? Because he's kind of pissed at us.
There's like this dwarven temple like not too far from here.
Not my problem.
Well,
Can you make a recommendation? Because we don't want this thing following us.
yeah. I mean,
Nope,
like,
nope. I learned long ago not to meddle in dwarven religious affairs.
But I'm giving you the permission to
I
because
may-
I'm a dwarf.
I have walked this realm for
With that
over
angle, yes.
14 centuries, and I do not have the patience to deal with dwarven religion.
I feel that.
I'm just gonna pout and be like, okay, fine, whatever.
My jaw hits the floor. 14th century? What?
It-
Dude,
Give
you
or
asked
take.
Huh? Well, do you know anything about this Bane and Mercurial guy? Like, they have a beef that we can kind of like poke at? What do you
Bane,
know? I mean, he's a dick. I mean, I saw the other guy.
Bane, the Lord of Strife, Mercurial, Lord of the Dead, and their other ally, Baal, the Lord of Murder. The three of them in the distant past had been mortal men, and they
I'm sure that
had
carries
found
on into their.
they found a way to enter the Castle of Bone, where the previous god of the dead was ruling from, Dragal.
Was he cool, or was he just as much as a dick?
He is a different kind of dick.
Oh, okay. You gotta ask these things. You never like just.
And
Interesting.
they engineered a situation where they played a game of bones when they wagered their soul versus Jurgal's power.
Not brilliant.
Jurgal lost.
Was there true sight involved to make sure nobody was cheating? Or... No. Girls gotta ask.
I find it amusing to think that they would have cheated at that, but not surprised.
Everyone wants to cheat death. Wouldn't you try?
At the end of the day, Baal chose to be Lord of Murder, figuring that every time someone was killed, he would grow in power. Bane chose to be the god of tyranny, so he could lord over everything.
Makes sense. The guy with the shield, okay.
And Mercurial became Lord of the Dead, knowing that everything dies and would eventually be.
But for how long? You go in an afterlife. You're not. Right? There's an afterlife beyond the dead.
Your guess is as good as mine. What's beyond the dead?
You're 14,000 years old. You'd think you'd have an idea. Like, I'm staring back, I do what I gotta do.
The one thing I haven't done is die. Not entirely true. I've been resurrected.
So you haven't really lived, have you?
More than you would know.
I believe it.
I recommend you take the road north.
Then we shall do that. After
Mogion's.
I don't think you shake hands. I'll hold my hand down.
Mogion is centered. I'm not actually here.
Well, you get to the sparkly thing through my hand. It'd be really kind of cool. Come on, you want to.
Mogion is drawing followers to a temple underneath Eula.
Longian.
Ulash is a contested ruin right now. The armies of Zentelkeep and Hillsfar are vying for control over various parts of the ruin. Shouldn't have any problems sneaking in. Most people are trying to get out.
Can we help them get any passage?
Thank
Or
you for visiting us. Saved us a little bit of a travel, and I will come down and see your pipe maker when I get a chance. But I think I've heard enough. I appreciate it.
If you take the North Road, that will take you to Voonlar, then to Ulash. Across the river from Ulash is Zentelkeep. I don't know if I'll be able to contact you again. But know that there are those out there who are watching and wish you well.
That's good to know because it felt like we were on our
Thoughts
own
and
on this.
prayers.
Oh my god.
Thoughts and prayers,
Oh
guys.
I will I will
my god.
I'll hold my holy symbol with my mother. And bow.
Thoughts and prayers actually would mean something in a world with actual God.
Oh my
So
Moorish,
with that,
god.
he takes a puff of his pipe, blows smoke out. It
Bro.
expands outwards 4 or 5 feet,
Super awesome.
then washes backwards over him, and he vanishes.
He was really cool.
Oh my god, that was epic, but ooh, terrifying.
He didn't look, 1,400 years old or whatever.
Not a day over, did he? I know. I am so patient. No one's patient with me ever.
I'm actually. I should have brought this out earlier, but oh, it's
Oh, he's super. Oh, he's so good, Gandalf. I love it. Red, I love it. Yeah.
thoroughly inspired by Gandalf.
I would have took out the bottom of the beard. Ooh, good.
Wait, Kevin's beard? Because I totally want to do that. But...
No. I meant how much this beard. It was longer. Where would not have been.
On that note, I think we found a great place to stop for the night on the road north.
That was cool that it appeared. Cool.
So yeah, we're gonna be back here again next week. We're gonna be back here again tomorrow night.
I was gonna say, I'm like, wait, we're skipping a day.
But yeah, next week we'll be back for more of this. Tomorrow night we'll be here for Dungeon the Mad Maid. Until then, I am in back to school. You can contact me at Evil Sales Ass. I will probably be putting notebooks onto piles of more notebooks. But I'll be there. If you need me, that's where you find me. And let's go to the Knitting Queen, Rosa.
Center Wizard, Twitter, Instagram, about it. I retweet other people, laugh at things Nick says, and other than that, I'm pretty boring. Unless you like cats.
You're not boring.
Cats.
Your Goodreads are really fun.
Yeah, Rosie laughs at things and will definitely get upset when you don't give her cheese.
Oh.
She's good. Nicholas?
Oh, hi. My name is Nick. And you can find me at BlueAura94YT on Twitter or BlueAura94 everywhere else. Or you could just take the Carpe Nerdus logo there and just put it in tweet form and you'll find that page as well. This is the first year in 6 years I don't have to deal with back to school, and I am so thankful. I get to laugh at,
You're
parents.
laughing
Those
at
of us
Kevin.
who suffer.
No, I'm laughing at the parents who take this so, who get crazy because it's like, yeah, you make us crazy. But
My personal favorite are the corporate promotion where we will donate money to your school which we wouldn't need to do if the company paid corporate taxes to fund the school.
Oh my god.
Shots fired.
Oh.
Savage.
Oh, I know. Oh my god.
Don't. do that.
But yeah, other than
Um,
that, I'm just I'm restoring things. I have a lot of restoration projects that you'll see on Instagram. They're coming up soon. I think. What were you gonna say, Kevin? I'm sorry.
I was going to stay silent on your restoration drawing.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Other than that, I could keep talking. But I'm gonna move it over to Jess because I'm about to pass out.
Same. I feel that. I am officially done with my 10 days straight of working. Praise God, I have the next 2 days off, and I've got to. They definitely won't call me unless there's like a severe emergency.
The
Turn
store
your
is
phone
on
off.
fire and the
You're
truck
not
drove through it.
required
they
to
do if
answer
you
your
don't answer
phone unless you're
exactly.
getting paid.
Turn
If
your
it's just
phone
a
off.
question, I don't care. I'll answer questions all day.
Yeah.
But
The
like,
truck
they won't be
driver
asking me
threw.
to
Cut
come
the
in.
cord. Cut
Oh
the
my god.
cord.
Someone who is
Yeah.
video issues, turn it off.
Yeah.
Turn it off.
Best choice I ever made was telling my manager to take me out of the store's group.
I never
Yes,
had that, thankfully.
I'm so happy to have a couple days off. As for where you can find me at Sweet Nine Tails, Twitter, Instagram, and eventually again Twitch. My Twitter's was literally just the last couple days of me bitching about work and being in pain because working
previous-
9 days in a row, having 1 day off, and then
Yeah,
10
that's
days
BS.
in a row.
Yeah,
And
lots
previous to
going on.
that was a lot of crazy cosplay.
Yes. Which brings me to the next thing that I don't want to use the term remodeling my basement, but like redoing my basement into cosplay workspace. So
Repurposing.
yes, that
There you
might
go.
be a better word.
Yeah.
Remodel's the first thing that came to mind because
She's
There are-
renovating.
There are
Yeah.
more than a few cosplay creation strains out there.
there's gonna be some big shit coming. I have a trip to New York at the end of August to go to the fashion district to go fabric shopping.
Hey,
That's
Yeah.
fun.
And you're gonna be
Excellent.
on my birthday in Boston.
Are you going to Mood? Are you going to Mood in New York?
Probably. They're really expensive there though.
They are.
There's a lot of smaller places that are less expensive that have like just as good shit. So,
Good.
but
Alright.
yeah, I am going to pass it off to Derek, I suppose.
Okay. Disposable Idiot on Twitter. And I think it might be time to kind of make an announcement, like a little more towards this thing.
You can do it.
We're shooting to start a new stream on Friday nights. It's going to be set in a homebrewed world. I've got players together for this, and either this Friday or a week from Friday, depending on a few small factors. So 1 to 2 weeks when we start.
That game will include me,
Yep.
Nick, Rozzy, and other Nick, who
Yep.
no one on Carpe Nerdus has met yet.
No,
He's
except for
super
me.
Yep, the
Yep.
And
crew
Derek
grows by
and-
one.
He's the best.
Yeah.
And we're gonna start out small and see how this goes. And I think it's gonna give everybody a chance to experience just what my Thursday and Saturday players experience with me all the time. Complete disgust with me by the time the session is
No.
done.
Oh my god.
I survived.
Yes.
Can't hate you. I survived.
Everything I've experienced in Shardis has been off the wall, crazy
70
fun. If it's not Terry Pratchett inspired, I'd be shocked.
Oh yes, it's so cool. That's why I don't be
Um,
immediate. On
it's-
Saturdays.
It's technically like inspired by like so
Everything
many
you've ever
things. So it's
seen.
very hard to it's very hard to pin it down to
It's
one
pretty much Monty
to-
Python.
one thing that that brings it about. But I think
Yeah, I'm getting a serious Charlie's Angels vibe from that game, but we'll see.
the new game. Yeah.
With the
And
dog?
yes,
Okay.
I'll be playing a sorcerer dog. It's fantastic.
Yep.
Lauren, let's finish
Yes.
it up.
Yeah, Lauren at the Splittering on Twitter. Pretty much it. I am not that fabulous. Go on. That's all I got. That's all I got. I
Alright.
don't do anything fabulous.
No,
Yeah.
that is totally fine. But
On that note, we'll get some more announcements out for the Friday night game as soon as things solidify, and we'll see you all then.
yep.
All
and
right, people.
on a closing note, don't forget to call your dungeon master dad whenever you play. Okay, he will
Oh, is that what
definitely,
we're supposed
or
to
she
do?
will
Not
definitely
My
love
necessary.
dad. My dad.
Not
Dad. Dad.
necessary.
Can I have
Yes.
money? Can I have money?
All right.
All money.
All right,
Dad?
see you guys
Small.
later. Dad?
Dad?
Shut this down. Shut this
Dad?
down.
No.
Dad?